Hello everyone, I hope that's not actually in the recording, is it? Yes it is. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Gender Bender playthroughs. This time we're finally getting to Dena! Now keep in mind, my sister is home and my window is open, so don't be surprised if you hear that in the background. Plus, if my voice sounds a little different, it's because of allergies. Give me a moment while I clear my throat. Sorry about that. But we have, oh, by the way, I just want to point out that I have like literally everything in every gallery. I recently learned that that was a thing on Dena. I just want to point out that I literally have anything, and I am working on making a guide for every single one of these, but considering that many of them contain spoilers on how to do it, I will be pressing the skip button just to show you the choices that you should choose. Keep in mind those do count as spoilers, so I will be asking. I know that now, from now on, the devs are probably watching my videos, so if you are actually listening, devs, can you please inform me as to whether or not I can make a guide for how to get everything in the gallery, and whether or not I can use the skip function to skip through the story just to show you what choices you need to make, just so you can get the gallery pictures. If not, I will just accept that. Anyway, I've delayed long enough. Let us begin. Just checking the time before I start. Oh, autoplay. This is Dena's mail form, Derek. Just to keep everybody up in check. I wonder if I should show this on a different screen, just because it's displaying differently for me than it is for all of you. Here's that part taken care of. Can't remember if you actually see this part in Lynn's story or not. Oh, I also noticed that on some of my other playthroughs, I noticed that the music was not as loud as it should have been, so I'm experimenting with how loud it should be now. So if it's a lot louder or even too loud, that would be why. And I will be watching this back just to make 100% sure that I don't need to readjust the volume before I film part 2. So don't be surprised if I'm a little lost when I come back to part 2. So, I need to figure out what to talk about now. Because the music isn't very loud. Here, let me get adjusted again, just because I'm paranoid. That should do it. Keep in mind, there's some very interesting things that you see in Dena's story that you don't see in anyone else's, so. I got this nasty sore in my mouth because I burnt it. It's really painful. Thankfully, I've had it for 2 or 3 days by now, so it's starting to heal. Wait, so you guys are the bosses and the supervisors? Irrational fear of iguanas. Trying to figure out what that box says. The resolution is actually trying to display at 1080p, but on a 720p TV. So don't be surprised if I can't read some of the finer print stuff, because it tends to muck around with the pixels a bit. Keep in mind, I'm also filming in 720p on this screen here, just because I don't want my videos to upload in 1080p, because it takes a difference of 5 hours versus like 1 hour for upload speeds, at least, just for that extra 360 pixels, I think. Magic paper. Just showed up out of nowhere. I've never been able to figure out if this is a skylight or just a normal light. I've never figured that out or even noticed it until now. Does the meeting with Ben actually take 30 minutes? Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have the popcorn farts today, unfortunately, so don't be surprised if I have to mute the mic once or twice. Apparently eating Honey Nut Cheerios gives you the popcorn farts. I've played through these stories so many times that I don't know what to talk about anymore. And there's Nathan again. They're just sweeped. Just sweep. He's always got that frown, too. Looks like he drives a convertible, actually. Because he's got the whole swept hair thing, you know, it looks like he's been out in the wind. Wait, that would be weird for someone... Unless you're like Tony Stark style or something. That'd be kind of funny if he was. I wonder if that's Abaddon Pharmaceuticals right there, because, you know, it's got the red and the white. It might be some sort of hospital, maybe. I hope you guys can pick up... I hope my mic's picking that up correctly. The background music, I mean. Oh, you can see my mouse. That's annoying. I made insert a gene for hair color. Never dye your hair again. You'd be amazed how many people would pay for that. You'd be absolutely amazed. One thing that sucks about me playing through this game, to get like every ending with everybody, I think I'm missing like 2 endings with Bree and like 1 with Steph. But other than that, I think I've gotten literally every ending in the game. That's how long I've played through these games. Wait, we have an idea. Oh, wait, no, he has an idea, not both of them. Okay. What are we testing ourselves? No, you might kill yourselves, and then we might not have anybody to test it on anymore. Why do you need a few X chromosomes? Don't you need like 1 for every cell? Oh, no, 1 for every virus. Derp. Because viruses infect cells, kill it, yeah. Are they actually using viruses? Like actual viruses, or just the same method that viruses use? Keep in mind, the reason Nathan's being so pushy is probably because he's the one who's going to be on the chopping block, not them, if this ends up falling through the hole, because he's probably the one who supported them in the first place. He's like, alright, I'll give them funding as part of Abaddon. So he's probably going to be the one in hot water if they fail. So that's probably why he's being so pessimistic. It's because if he doesn't achieve the results, then he's in trouble. Which he's basically in charge of subordinates, blah blah blah. I never noticed that there was a plugin right back there. I think that's a plugin. It might be a leave these in the drying rack until they're actually dry or something. For the test tubes. Where's the fun in what? Oh, another cool function I found. If you scroll up on the scroll wheel, you can go backwards. Cool little trick. Took me forever to find that. I actually did it by accident. And it only goes back a certain way. Like, it goes back, like, I want to say 20 of these. 20 of these of dialogue. Slides, I guess. I don't know what to call it. I just noticed this giant tube right where Ben is standing, but it was back in the wall. I still can't figure out if that's actually a shark tooth, or a small arrowhead, or like a reproduction, or what. And then there's another thing. Why is there only 3 buttons, and then it just magically stays shut, somehow? Like, is there a hidden zipper followed with buttons? I mean, what? Why is this the way it is? I should film a channel update soon. I have some questions for you guys. Hold on, let me write down my giant sticky note that I have ready, willing, and... Oh, that's too big. Okay, let me resize that for a second. I don't like covering up the dialogue when I cover things up. There we are. Then we just test 1. Okay, that's way bigger than what I need. Good. Let's see here. Film... No, film with an L. Your life is going to be complete, huh? What are you going to do for the rest of your life if it's already complete? Channel update. Duck! Get down is way more easy than duck, because people are always like, where's the duck? But they're never like, where's the get down? Like, I never thought about that until now, actually. Also, you don't need to see the sticky note. Yet. Wait, what does he mean, what has been happening in the lab? What? How does he not know ectoplasm? Ghostbusters joke. How does it automatically change their hair color, by the way? I never figured that out until now. It somehow automatically changes their hair colors to something random. Oh yeah, you're the lucky one. You can stand without your center of balance changing. You're the only one, Dena. Oh wait, no, you're still called Derek. Derp. Just a second. Sorry about that. In suppressing a yawn, I somehow got a burp out of it. Are those batteries? Like, literally, there's like white batteries. Speaking of which, why are batteries always different colors like that? I mean, it's just a skin on them, but they got crazy levels of colors on them. And then those are just white. Whatever they are. Poor Dena. For those who have seen the other ones, this is what's really bothering her. There's just something about this that bothers her for some reason. Yeah, no, it's almost like your cells just went through a horribly traumatic event that took a lot of energy. These are huge. These look normal to me. I don't know why she said... Oh, no, that's why she says huge, because there's a flat. So she's exaggerating. That makes more sense. You'd think they default the door there to be closed, just in case anyone does actually peek. Then they'd come across a closed door and they're like, oh. No time to mess with this. Put it back. Versus, oh look, there's a chair in there. What's going on here? You know? Yes, and also wasn't supposed to cause an explosion either. But it did. I just realized their serum literally turned into a vapor. It literally vaporized. Huh. I wonder if they had caps on their test tubes because they knew it would vaporize easily. Sorry, evaporate easily. Hmm. Dun dun dun. Time's it. Wow, we're already halfway through the episode. I talked way too much in the beginning. That took like, what, 5 minutes? Whew. I think I'll include the gallery thing in the channel update as well. You know, when you actually start filming things for YouTube, you talk out loud way too much. I just realized that. You talk way too much like that. Speaking of which, I'm going to turn up my mic just a little bit. There we go. Footsteps erupted. There's, let's see here, there's Bree, there's Dan, there's Yale. 6 feet can cause an eruption of foot noises. Maybe the hall echoes or something. Speaking of which, they never really show the door to the break room now that I think about it. A few of them were struggling. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Yeah, there's only a few of them to begin with. Busty bombshell. I wonder what male Steph would think about this version of Dena, because I don't think Steph, in either female or male form, meets this version of Dena. I wonder. Lucky jerk. No, it's easier to remember. Liam is red, Dena is green. No, Derek is green. Still Derek. And their eyes changed color too, actually. I never realized this, but all their hair color matches their eye color. Huh. Must be the same chemical in the body that causes the color to be that color. I forget what it's called, but your eyes literally have a chemical in it that makes it a certain color. I know too much about science to be playing this game. I'm sure everybody else is making Let's Plays is making the weirdest of comments, and then I'm busy talking about the science of how this works. The centrifuge is broken, but you don't know why there was an explosion when the centrifuge went kaboom near the filing cabinet. No, not filing cabinet. Just a moment. Popcorn burp. I hate those. Well, the music's a lot louder for me. I hope it is for all of you. And keep in mind, I'm wearing sound dampening headsets, too. Like, these are gaming headset level, you know. They're supposed to tune out the outside world, and it's pretty loud for me. Sucks that the mic is actually that good, actually. I wouldn't really call Yale busty. Yet. Yet is the key word. And it turns out that Yale was in fact the first character that they made. That was really interesting that I learned that. That's the cool thing about having the devs watch your videos. They can answer your questions in the comments. Speaking of what they're talking about, I wonder if endorphins is what causes the breast growth in the first place. Because if so, then doesn't that mean that they're more sensitive emotionally, or more easily to empathize with other people? I think that's how that works. Because who screwed up? You? No, because the centrifuge screwed up. That's why the centrifuge screwed up. Oh yeah, it's almost like it's not made out of nitroglycerin, the one thing that can explode by just sitting there. That I know of. You know, you'd think that you would have the fans turned on when you were storing that in the fume hood. You know, the whole point of a fume hood is to have it be friggin' explosion-proof. I don't think it's the centrifuge that failed there. I think that's the fume hood that failed. You know, if I was going to college for an engineer, why do I know so much about science? That's weird. I think. I think. Men, be more sensitive. Wait, Liam, be more sensitive. That's really annoying when you have to call them by their old names. That's really hard to do. Yale is the only lucky one who didn't have to change their name. Well, and Dan, kind of. Hey, yo, come here, be my test subject. Kinda. Well, I guess Yo is kinda busty. Hey, where's your gloves, guys? When you're using glass, you clean it up with, like, leather gloves or something that can't be cut easily. I'm pretty sure there's a fairly decent space right there. Blown away by the explosion or something. Speaking of which, is this the actual centrifuge thing? Is it like a box? Is it a disc in a box? Really? Is that how those work? Just a moment. Ugh. Note to self, don't eat that much Honey Nut Cheerios. The sad thing is I knew it would happen, but I thought that it was the milk that caused it when it mixed together with the Cheerios, but nope. Just the raw Cheerios can do it to you. Why don't they have Yale doing the cleaning? I mean, seriously. And secondly, how did Ben, I almost called her Bree, I was trying to remember what her male name was. Why did Ben get up here if Ben wanted to be the one actually mixing the chemicals together? They're not mixing that many chemicals or anything. You'd think they'd be she would be at a pharmaceutical company or something. Not in the research part, I mean like literally in the pharmacy mixing the stuff together. Not out here at an R&D development. Washing dishes. Well, not dishes, but still. Just a moment. My body keeps trying to yawn, but I keep suppressing it, and a burp comes out. So I might just have to yawn while moving my mic away from my mouth. A lot of things. No, it sounds like two things. Wait. You know, theoretically here, you could use the serum to reduce the size of those, couldn't you? Because if you can expand them, then you think that you could, what's the word? Regress, I think? Regress them? And please, Dan, sit down so you don't keep wobbling all over the place. Stand there and look cute. Someone will look at you. Hope I finally got rid of it this time. All the assets. Wait, so you weren't dreaming about being skinny then? Because you kind of have that, Dina. I mean, look at that. It's thinner than Liam's. Liam! Now is not the time for that. Oh yeah, you taunt her, then you say, I don't know why you're not bothered. I don't know why you're bothered about me taunting you. Yes. Oh, you already changed it. Oh, she's Lynn now. Finally. How do they work? Well, for starters, they're all up here, not down there. The only thing down there is your intestines and your kidneys. Yeah, see? Dina's waste is that because she's just that awesome. Oh, of course, they changed it to Lynn before they tell you that she's changed her name. Cause that makes sense. It still works because it's easier, but still. Well, you're not focusing on the simple stuff. You're focusing on the other stuff. Sorry about that. I didn't think it'd be that loud. But hopefully I got rid of some of it. Excellent counter. Straight for the fatality. Dana. Dana! That actually means husband in... or like hubby in Japanese. I know that someone in one of the mangas... anime, sorry. The manga's on one of those weird things where it hasn't been scanned or translated recently. I'm not sure if it's up to date or not. I hope it is. But basically it was like a 26 episode anime. But there's like 140 chapters in the manga. But yeah, this is one of the main characters that always says Dena to one of the guys to try and romance him, but it doesn't work because he's too dense. Yes, Lynn, we absolutely should. But this is Dena we're talking about. She don't give no craps. She's just like, let's do this. You know, theoretically, they won't be back in their male forms. Like, their male forms that they're used to. They'll be in, like, a different form, theoretically. Because if their hair color and everything changed, then theoretically... Well, except for Yale. Yale and Bree didn't change. At least in terms of hair and eye color. I think your social security number says something different about your name there. And secondly, you're not throwing away your old life. You're throwing away a very significant part of your old life, but you're not throwing the life itself away. Mammary glands. That sounds like mammoth. Just a moment. Green hair is much better than blue. I don't know why she's so bothered about the hair length, though. Like, I understand about the cleavage problem, but the hair length, I don't know why she's that bothered by that part. Yeah, I wonder why you guys forgot to check. Maybe it's because you had something very stressful to deal with. Oh no, there is someone. Keep in mind, if you played Bree's playthrough, then you kind of know how this happened, but if not, I won't spoil it. You know, they technically need to be a third-year student if they were a non-traditional, if they were a traditional student, because that would pretty much be the only year that they could be 21. By the way, a traditional student is someone who basically goes right out of high school into college. Non-traditional is like the other ones that spend certain times out of high school first, you know, maybe working a job to pay for college, that sort of thing. And of course, there's always the mermaid statue. And she's busty too. How the hell did that happen for Dena? How is she the only one that didn't get bigger boobs? Awesome. Yay, Dena has a real friend now. I hate how I'm so mean to Dena. Oh, crap. Oh, whoa. It's time to put a cut in the video. Yes, it is. I need to pay more attention to that. As soon as they transfer to another scene, I'll end it. Ah, these damn bug bites. I have like 3 of them right next to each other. It's really annoying. Weird or helpful? Oh, it's that kind of weird, okay. Weird isn't unusual. Okay, I understand now. Speaking of which, when in the day did this actually happen? Oh, someone actually informed me about how to pronounce this. It's like Elaine or something? Something along those lines? Probably. I would say yes, given that you messed with her entire genome. I mean, it's not like her testicles are still in there floating around somewhere. I mean, if these are real, it stands to reason that down here is real too. Oh, I forgot about that organ. Whoops, I forgot about the womb being in there. Whoops. Speaking of which, when does a male wear something that looks remarkably similar to some sort of skirt? So it's your fault. Okay, for starters, we didn't know. And secondly, we didn't know it was going to cause that same effect either. That would be so awkward if they had no small talk right there. Speaking of which, they're still not changing scenes. This is actually kind of annoying. I almost forgot that I had to put a cut in the video. Well, you're normal now, Dena. Girls in quotations, that's funny. It seems like she fused names Alex and Anne together. That's where this seems to be coming from right here. Or maybe like Alice and Anne put together or something. Sorry guys, but I literally need to put a cut in this video at some point. So sorry it had to be mid-conversation, but I'll see you guys all in the next video. See you around, guys.